I'm so sorry. From what I remember, we were assaulted. It was an ambush. Assassins in the desert. I don't know how they snuck up on us, but they did. And there were like a lot of them. There was one that was like, oh my god, I'm so bad at terminology. One was an archer assassin. She was super tough. Leader of the group, you know her well.
Oh, the assassin person.
Yeah, the assassin person. Yeah. The
I
other
think
one
there was a
was
spear guy who lasted all of 3 seconds.
yeah, the gladiator. I'm pretty sure the gladiator. Um, then there was the reptilian type fella.
The dragon guy. Wait, was there a reptilian fellow on top of the dragon fella?
He was like a snake guy. I remember we were talking about how to pronounce his name, and it was like,
Oh, was that the cleric?
or something. No, I don't remember. I thought there was a priest. And you like killed the priest with like your magical mace.
Yeah, they got chased around by a floating mace.
I don't remember.
Lies and sons and jokes.
So I believe the one with the weird name was the one that got fireballed instantly and died.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I don't
You're right.
remember how he died. Yeah.
He really
And
was very early casualty.
Good time.
Died.
Wait, did Zalfax kill him? Or did... Who has fireball? Who has fireball?
I have
was
fireball.
Toby.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Sorry,
knew?
but
Um,
I have fireball as well,
Makes
but I haven't
sense.
used it yet.
oh my gosh. Really? That's some hidden weapons.
So
but
glad
yeah,
that
and then-
trees and other burnable items are quite rare in this setting.
Oh, yeah, true, yeah. Just that hot sand.
Everything is burned.
Sneak attack.
Everything is
They're coming
burnable
into
if
battle.
you're making a fire hot enough.
Technically
I mean-
speaking, we have 3 people in party that can burn people, because we also have a bard.
Ew!
And Ollie.
You mean how trustworthy?
I'm hella trustworthy. You know it. You know it, go fun. But let's see. There. Okay, so Zaphod. Zaphod was he was, as it turned out, the important one. And he had a very nice outfit on. And he had a very scaly face that he was a bit ashamed of. But despite that, and despite us fighting and killing all of his homies, Sunny made friends with him.
Yep, fast friends.
Fast friends. Fast friends. We got a lot of information out of him. We learned that there's, I think, a young dwarf named T'Challa waiting to hear about if we got killed or if we were captured to await torturing at the Golden Circlet in Naban, which is a tavern that we will know by a golden circuit. And then the big like mastermind behind this whole assassination scheme was, believe it or not, Abalacre, the dragon elf lady who we met in the crumbling palace of Yaramukai, who was very kindly took care of Farclune for us at that time. And then we ran out. Farclune chased us to the druids' hidey hole, and Abalacre went home, I guess, to her Bone Daddy army. So she's got an army of like the living undead. She's got a beef with us, which I honestly don't know why. I don't know.
Yeah, we didn't do anything to her. We just wiped out her undead servants and landed a temple.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh, yeah,
ended
okay.
her dream of literally unlimited armies.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm seeing it. Okay.
I'm not.
So
She
So
can
what
still
we
make
did at the
unlimited
Oasis.
armies.
So what we did at the Oasis may have affected her ranks. So that makes sense. Okay, cool. I was worried it was like really about the eye of the earth, like, you know.
Hey,
But,
if one
okay.
person managed to make that spell, they can make it again. And she's old enough.
Yeah, she's smart. She's strong. She's got it.
Also that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, and like, even though she seems like, what is she? She, what is she the leader of?
Ons?
Is it Oun? Or On?
Oun?
Or, yeah?
Oun.
O-U-N? Oh, yeah,
O-U-N?
Oun. It's like a noun without the N.
Yes.
Cool. So I think she's the leader of Aun. And Zaphod is from Aun, and he's like, oh, it's like a great place to live, and like, and Zaphod gets the heebie-jeebies from her in more ways than one because she's so powerful and like she sounds like she's quite good to her people, is what I picked up from it. So I'm a little bit sad that we have a beef with Avalakre. So anyways, Zaphod let us know his pronunciation, or sorry, his pronunciation.
So it's not pronounced own, it's pronounced own.
Aun. Oh, it's Aun, like noun without the N.
Yeah, ow.
You can pronounce it own if you prefer.
Oh, I'm
It's
fine with
Well,
Aun.
the
Made
giant
up
dragon
fantasy
tried
name.
to kill us if we pronounce her city name wrong.
Don't reveal my master plan like that.
Yes. Oh yeah. So Zaphod let us know that he was insecure about his scaly face. And we persuaded him that there is a certain treatment where if you bury yourself into the sand up to your shoulders or neck, that eventually you will become smooth-skinned. He was into this idea. He thought that we were quite trustworthy. And once he was stuck in the sand, Ollie killed him.
I'd like to point out that Sunny ended the spell on him before that happened, because that way he has never helped kill a friend.
It was kind. And then Ollie proceeded to bury his head more. Just cover up what we had done. But this was also after asking him to get me naked. And Ollie, most importantly of the whole thing, got a crossbow and a certain number of bolts that I don't know because I don't have my notes. I know. But it should be in here.
Very glad that I record these sessions now.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh.
And after that, I believe you packed up and headed back to Naglamund, where we now pick up. As you begin walking throughout the rest of the next day back towards the city, you see growing outside the walls is quite a few more people than you noticed last time you were there, and some who you have seen on the roads. Most seem to be quite haggard looking. But they all look to be moving towards the city with quite a single-minded purpose. Some say that they are taking advantage of a new opportunity that is arising in Naglamund. And when you finally reach the gates of the city, you notice outside is several large banners that are not the Naglamund city banner that you are familiar with. The three golden mountains arising from grey rock. It is a golden eagle, its wings spread on a field of blood. The banners...
So I thought we were going in the other direction.
Were you? I thought you guys were heading to Naglamund.
I thought we were heading
we
to
were
the
going
van
to Naglamund.
Yeah.
to find out who it was that wanted us dead and maybe get paid for succeeding in killing ourselves.
Okay.
Party split.
I thought the party decided at the end of last session to head towards Naglamund first.
I could be wrong.
I think that's right, because I think even though I was gone trying to get my dog to stop clawing herself to death, I remember my vote at least, being Naglamund, because I got the duds to wear to this beautiful wedding.
I'm sure we figured out that we could get to Naban and then back in time for the wedding.
I think you talked about that, but decided that Naglamund was closer overall.
Yeah, because we got swords to pick up.
I can't remember.
All this stuff. Abalakri is going to send other people to kill us sometime, Toby. There will be more opportunities.
I mean, anyone else want to weigh in there? I mean, that's what my notes say, but...
Okay.
Does
Let's
anyone
go to a
else have
wedding.
a different... Fair enough.
I mean, to be fair, it was 2 weeks ago. Not many people can remember. Let's just go with what we think it is.
Yeah. Well,
Somebody flip a coin.
the icon is outside Naglamund, so and you camped like around here or here or here, so I think it was probably in the end you guys headed north instead.
I guess.
Well. Anyway, outside the gates of Naglamund, where you headed, you see crowds. You see the aforementioned bloody eagled banner. And you see a moderately familiar looking face. Familiar to some. Someone who looks like they've spent quite a lot of time in kitchens. Cooking food and whatnot. Now she is...
Naked old grandma?
Now she is dressed in dark grey robes, and she is talking about the greatness of the new Dolores Empire, and how their lord, Underbarrow, will lead them all to ultimate victory.
So it's the cook from the tavern,
Yes.
and she's now going on about Underbarrel.
You haven't seen her since the day in Duras, when she disappeared along with Juan, Henry, and many others. And now she appears to be some kind of preacher, recruiting people for this army.
Not it.
Ollie, yeah, Ollie is going to change faces into what has she not seen, General Shang, and Ollie is going to.
Does Ollie have more than a loincloth on yet?
Oh God.
Oh yeah, I've got beautiful. Oh, actually, no, I don't. I'm just working with the loincloth for right now because I want to save Zaphod's robes for the wedding. Good call there, buddy. So I'm going to dip. I'm gonna kind of run off to the closest group of people that I can hide amongst, and kind of get away from the very recognizable Sunny and Solas and Arazid.
What do you mean?
So I'm hiding. I'm stealthing.
As per usual.
Really? Nobody this person's trying the hardest to be noticed out of all of us.
Noticed in many different forms. You do notice as you approach that the gates of the city are sitting wide open.
Ooh.
People seem to be streaming inside and out quite freely now.
Well, that's new. Can I kind of nudge somebody in the crowd and go, "Oh, hey, I'm new here. Why? I heard that you had to that this was a walled city, but It's not much of a wall if the gate's right open, isn't it? Hey, buddy.
They kind of look at you. They have he has a little bit of a glassy expression, as if like his mind isn't entirely occupied with what you're saying. He's got something else on his mind, and he's just like, the gates are open for any citizen willing to prove themselves in the army.
What? Okay, so what if you're not a citizen and you're just like traveling through the area? Do they still want to make a man out of you in the army?
Is that how you're disguising yourself?
Yeah. Yeah.
He kind of furrows his brow and he's like, why would you not want to be a part of this glorious new nation? Why would you be here if it were not for the army? You must be a part of the army if you are here.
Oh, I'm writing a tour book for the entire Naban region. So, just going to like the different towns, city-states, various hidey holes, just trying to give people an idea of where the best food is, the best shopping, the social climate, that kind of thing.
He kind of furrows his brow more to you and he's like, are you the Devourer?
Oh, no, but I am aware of her work for sure. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I sort of adjacent devourer. Like, I'm not a food critic specifically, but I'm more of a city enthusiast. More of a culture connoisseur, just sharing what I learn with people all across the region of Naban.
He looks at you like he hasn't understood a word you've said in response. He smiles and goes, good luck with your thing, then.
Oh, well, thank you. It's going quite well, so thank you. Okay, and I'm gonna sort of slide back over to Solas. Solas.
Yeah.
Okay, I got some intel. Apparently the gates are wide open as long as you can prove yourself as a soldier in Naglamund. So I don't know. Do you think we should sneak in?
Well, I mean, let me think. I think all but two of us will be good as soldiers, at least in the traditional sense. I might have a bit of trouble, but whatever. Long story short, how are we going to sneak in?
Well, I've got this hair rope, and although this did not work for me last time, I'm thinking we could make it work this time. If we go around the side and we tie a heavy, grippy object to the end of my hair rope, I don't know exactly what it's going to be. We're going to have to figure that out over there. And then we throw it over the side. It catches on something. Boom. We climb the wall. We scale it. We're mountain climbers. And then we slide down the other side. Maybe Kesu could monk jump with each of us on his back. I don't know. And then we're in the city. We didn't have to go through some trial to see if we wanted to be soldiers. And we can go to this wedding. Boom.
Sunny has other idea that doesn't involve climbing wall.
Okay.
We go out of sight of city. Sunny make a new friend. Sunny send friend in. Friend distract guard. We walk in through distraction.
Okay, yeah, that works for me. That's genius.
It worked great on walking. It worked great on walking out of city. They'd never find us when we go into cave.
Well, that's assuming that the only barricade is going to be at the entrance. So.
Sunny make lots of friends.
Lots and lots and lots of friends? We could storm the city with bones.
That's probably not a good idea.
We'll need a lot of
Sunny
clothes.
don't think he can make that many friends.
Oh, okay.
As you approach the gates like a little more, you see that most of the the rallying point, the recruitment area, seems to be slightly off to the side. It doesn't seem like it's like a checkpoint at the gate directly.
Is this the DM's way of subtly telling us don't storm the castle with an army of undead?
Like, if you can create an army of undead,
Well,
feel free.
It'd be a very small army, like a one-man army.
I've definitely read that book.
Like Kabor. Like Kabor.
I don't know what book you're on about.
Literally, it's called Army of One.
I might not have read that one yet.
So,
Is that an Adam Rogers book? I don't know.
I think so.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
seeing as we can still probably get through the gate as long as we're quiet enough. Question, how quiet can you guys be?
Wait a second.
Sonny barely makes any noise as he waddles. Stealth waddle.
Okay, I was just gonna say, I've heard of this thing when joining the army, medical exemptions.
Well, what I was thinking is, obviously, I have a minor amount of control over illusions. I can do that at will. And, well, I can probably cover us as we go towards the gate, at least visibly. So as long as we're quiet, we should be able to get by. Bless you.
But just in case, I'm gonna make myself old as Kaborish. So, I know, but still fleshy. So Ollie's gonna turn into a very gaunt, very hunchbacked old lady, like, oh, hello. My name's Ursula Le Guin.
Linguini?
Wait, are you still wearing a loincloth while you're
Linguini,
doing
yes.
that?
Oh god.
Oh, shit, you know it. Yeah.
So you're almost naked, not orc grandma.
Oh, I'm gonna unloincloth and turn it into a cloak. All right, everybody, make a circle around me.
Oh, whoops, I didn't realize that my old melons were hanging out.
That was the most upsetting
right.
thing that has happened to me today.
Sorry. Right?
Yeah. Oh, okay, boys. Alright, I'll let your old granny Ursula through here. And I'm gonna go up to the gates. Oh, okay. Making my way down. Oh, yeah.
And
Approach the gates.
what do the rest of you do?
So is everyone alright going through my plan? Is that it? Is that silence a unanimous yes or a unanimous no? Tell.
I think they're just absolutely stunned into silence, or trying to come up with the best meme to dunk on M with. I know I
A bit of
was.
both.
Okay.
I can't find any gifs of either the old lady gang that was in that, I think it was the Monkey Show, or the Fallout New Vegas one.
Well, what kind of illusion is Solas going to create over the non-old lady members of the group?
So I just want to clarify. Almost like the majority of people are on like this side of the gate.
Yep.
So I don't really need to make a believable illusion from one side. For the most part.
Mhm.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to use repeated uses of silent image to kind of look to my right as if I was going towards the gate, get a near perfect image of that, and then just portray that on one side, and then the rest of it is just going to be a rough estimate, like the rest of the box and the outside.
Wait.
And obviously, it's a 15.
You're trying to use like silent image to make yourselves look like a wall?
No. So basically, I'm using silent image to cover us in a massive box, but the outside of that box is going to be like just scenery and environment.
Ah.
So one side of the box
Oh,
looks
like
like the
a-
other side of the box.
Yeah.
Kind
So
of
one
like
side is going to be heavily detailed.
right, like taking a
Like a mirror.
photograph of a corridor and then taping that photograph of like the empty corridor onto a security camera.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Kind of like the
yeah.
fantasy version. Okay, I'm down. I'm sold. I'm
Yeah.
with it.
It's very similar to what I've been doing this whole time, but just moving.
Really hope silent image doesn't have verbal components.
Let
I don't
me
think
see.
it does.
I can check.
I mean-
Oh no!
Oh, well.
I know that all illusion spells require you to have a piece of wool on you, because... Oh,
For some
not
reason.
wool. Well,
Well-
obviously it's because you have to pull the wool over their eyes.
Oh my god. I hate and love
So-
that.
So I think Solas would either take a few steps back and try to do it as quietly as he can.
Can you roll a stealth check?
Oh boy, okay. I'm not feeling good about this, but there we go. Okay,
You got
not
it.
bad.
Ooh.
I will
You
take
can't
that
tell me it
as
doesn't make
your
sense.
rough performance for this feat.
Alright.
So you're like you guys are all kind of encased in this scenery box and trying to essentially go silent image, silent image, silent image until
well,
you
actually,
get to the gates.
Let me
Sunny
double
image.
check.
Sunny affliction.
Because I think I can use my action to move the image, and so it lasts up to 10 minutes, basically meaning if it's more than 10 minutes to get to the gate, I need to recast it, but otherwise it's just one casting. And then I could just move it with my mind.
Yeah, that's correct. You can alter its appearance as well without having to cast it again.
Yep.
I really should have read the whole spell before getting you to do a skill check, but hey ho, we still know how well you're doing at wibbling around with your arms and moving it along with. And the rest of the party, do they allow themselves to be contained within this box and sneak into the city?
So
Yeah.
it's a
So
15
the
feet
plan-
cube, so it's sizable. It's not like it's a tight fit.
So I'm guessing like some people are gonna have to, like Arazid can probably hop on like Kesu's back or something, and all of you guys like really squish yourselves.
Well, if
In
it's
together.
15 feet, if it's a 15 square foot, then that means there's 9 squares inside, and there's only 6
Oh
of
yeah,
us.
that's more than enough.
Yeah.
I can't do math, sorry.
I find it helps if you draw it out on the square grid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, hold up, I can basically... It's... that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on. Do.
But you know, obviously
Yeah.
this map
There we
isn't
go.
exactly to scale. Oh my god,
There we
that's
go.
glorious.
Still has to go the extra mile.
I mean, it is technically a 15-foot cube.
Yep.
He's owned all of us.
Hey, I wouldn't have had the idea if that other box hadn't been so perfectly positioned next to it.
Fair enough. You don't need to really squish yourselves together. So let's describe how you all look entering the city. You've got an old woman going, "Excuse me, get out of the way! Can't you see I'm really fucking old?"
So,
Something.
Out of the way or you'll also catch it!
so basically, as it gets closer to the gate, it's going to get a little more... going to get a bit tricky. Because obviously he's going to have to, like, either work the illusion around the more complex scenery, or make the box smaller.
How many guards are actually in the gate?
There are like 2 guards on either side of the gates. The gate itself has like quite a few of these like random commoners slash army recruits going in and out of the city. And the guards don't really seem to be like taking a huge watch on who is going back and forth at the moment. 2 of them are literally looking in like the opposite direction, like looking at the field of recruits, and they seem to be checking out Drusilda, the cook. I can't remember if there's a second D in there.
Well, hey, whatever floats their boat.
Oh my goodness! I thought Drusilda the cook was Vola. I forgot that there was a cook named Drusilda.
The more I hear it, the more I think it was Drusilia.
Oh my gosh!
Oh well.
Well, I mean,
I've no.
It's your character. It's your character. You can change the name whenever you want.
Yeah, she took on a whole new, very similar name.
Yep,
When
she took
became
on a whole new look on
woman.
life. She took on a whole new look on life and a whole new personality and identity as well.
And a whole new life on look.
My life changed when I went from being called Amelia to M.
I mean, I can't
Okay,
talk.
so-
My full name is Madalena. I went from Maddie to Lena. It's not a big change.
There was a strange period where she insisted that where they insisted that everyone call them Dill. Really good.
So how would you wrap your image around this, Solas?
I think he would kind of like think this is gonna be kind of tricky. Because obviously, assuming the gate's like maybe 20 foot wide.
About that, yeah.
Yeah. It's like obviously people are gonna end up walking into the box at some point. So it's gonna be a bit of a awkward thing.
I mean, would they, from the inside, know that they're in a box?
I mean, if they just walk into a wall and suddenly there's 5 people there.
True.
But yeah, I think at this point he would like kind of try and communicate to the rest of the people that they should try and like blend in with the people going in and out, because the illusion isn't going to hold up at this point.
Sonny knows how to blend in. If these people are like sand.
I assume you kind of like, as you guys get more in the crowd itself, 1 or 2 of you will like dip out of the cube and try and like stealthily blend in with the crowds more.
Yeah.
Arazid.
Yeah. So the cube's going to stay where it is. Solas can move out of it if he wants to. So basically, whenever you want to go, just say go.
Okay. And what was Arazid doing?
Leaving the cube.
Okay. I would like stealth checks from people who are trying to leave the cube.
I probably shouldn't leave the queue due to lack of stealth ability, but
Ooh.
could I just start blessing? Could I just leave the queue and then start blessing random people for joining the army?
Yes, and that would be
And just-
a wisdom modified performance check. Which is probably just going to be a wisdom check unless you are proficient in performance.
I am not, so that's just basically a wisdom check.
Yeah, but it sounds cooler the way I said it.
It does. It's also a way better stat than my charisma.
Nice.
Which is good, because otherwise that roll would have been way worse.
Yeah. Okay. Arazid, like, just tumbles, like, right out of the wall. No one notices. You literally just weave yourself between the legs of the crowd, and bam, you're in the city. Sunny jumps out and is just like, bless you, I bless you, I bless you! Or something similar, I assume probably more along the lines
Bless you
of...
for joining the army. Bless you for joining the army. Bless you for
Yes!
sneezing. Also joining the army.
Brilliant. And you just kind of like, you bless your way into the city. And if people are a bit too stunned and a little confused to stop you, they're a little too taken aback. This seems to work in Solas's favour. They still seem a little bit too taken aback to notice the fire boy rolling out of a wall. And then, inside the wall is just Kabor and Kesu. I need to roll for Kesu because he's not here.
Oh, I can do it. Hold on.
Ah, yes,
I
thank
still
you.
have access to a sheet.
Nice.
Alright, I'm sorry in advance. Oh my god.
Whoa.
I could dance on their heads to get in and nobody would notice. Just walks up the wall,
amazing.
over the ceiling and down again.
Very in keeping for Casey's character. Whilst Arazid had the benefit of height to help him blend in, Kesu literally just bursts out of the wall and exactly 0 heads turn towards him.
Because he's a blur.
He is speed. He just strolls into the city like he has done a million times before, which, to be fair, as a travelling priest and monk, he may have been fated to come here many a time before. How does Kabor attempt to blend in with the crowd?
As nonchalantly as possible. Just hood up. Not much more that can be done, I think.
Okay. Let's roll me a stealth check to see how well that goes.
You go.
I think Kabor is at a severe disadvantage here because
Me too.
Is he though? But is he though?
The bones, though. The bones.
They don't make any noise.
Oh!
They're oiled.
Yeah.
It's just
Everybody
straightforward.
wants to look at that. They're like, ooh, skeleton walking.
So stealthy that like no one seems to even notice that there's a walking skeleton like around. Seriously, that stealth modifier, oh my god.
Yeah, I've never played Bard before. It's pretty nuts.
That's amazing. I love it. You just
I think it's probably just because he does it the most normal out of all of us.
yeah. Everyone has passive perception. You have passive stealth. Hood up, walk in, no issue at all. And I assume once Solas notices that the 5 of you are out and in the city, the wall has dropped.
Yep.
But what about Ollie? What about
What about me,
old
sugar?
Ollie Peppenpapalotzacopoulos?
Oh yeah. Oh, so I'm going. Oh, hello. I'm gonna find a nice young civilian, and I'm gonna say, "Oh, would you mind holding my old arm and helping me through the gates, young man?"
You happen upon a rather tall, slightly confused dwarven man. He's just walking into the city. He's got like a little piece of paper with nothing but a stamp and a big X drawn on it in one hand, and then suddenly on the other hand he has a grandma.
A tall dwarf. Oh, you must be a holder heck.
Hello,
Yeah.
old crone?
Oh, you don't have to call me a crone, sweetie. I'm a grandma. My name is Ursula. Oh, would you mind helping me through the city gates? You young, strapping young dwarf, you.
Okay. do you need a help elsewhere afterwards? And two of you are kind of like hobbling into the city at this point.
Well, I could use the bathroom, but luckily I can still do that on my own. It's a joke.
That's just depressing.
Very funny. I used to have a grandma like you.
Oh, really? How old was she, Sweet Sugar Cube?
She was 269.
Nice,
Ooh.
nice.
That's a young grandma you got there. How old are you, sweet thing?
I'm 31.
Oh, you're just a little baby.
Oh, thank you. He's actually blushing a little bit now.
Life is full of so many wonderful things. Oh my goodness, you're gonna see the whole world, you sweet man.
That is the plan. They say that
yeah.
Underbarrow will pay a good soldier's wage to anyone willing to help him build a better tomorrow.
Oh, well, I mean, it feels like you're just the man for the job, aren't you? What's your name, sweet thing?
My name is Victor.
Oh, Victor. Oh, I got a
Noted.
friend named Victor. That's a good, strong name. You know what it means?
Yes, it means Victor.
Yeah, it means you're a winner. And I could tell that from the first second I saw you. Oh,
He covers one of his cheeks, like with the hand that has a little bit of parchment in. It's like you remind me a lot of my own grandma.
she was a sweet lady coming up with such a nice grandson who'd help old ladies through city gates. Oh,
And with that, you are indeed helped past the city gates.
If I die, I'm coming back as Victor.
Please do. That'd be great. But also, I don't want to kill you, Arazid. You're too sweet.
He's too something, all right.
Just so we're clear, if we meet Ursula in the city now, I'm going to be making calamari on principle.
all right.
Well,
Oh,
I hope can I help you find your way anymore? Ursula?
oh, Victor, you're so sweet. Oh, you probably have to get ready for your army duties, don't you, sweet thing?
Wake
Oh,
up, Victor,
you know.
you're late for army.
You know, sweetie, I think I just, I would love to find a place to just rest my old bones, watch the time passing, smell the good earth underneath my wrinkly old toes.
That was the second most upsetting sentence I've ever heard.
You know a place where an old lady could just sit and reminisce for a while?
Well, they gave me directions to go to go to my little barracks. Apparently, I will have someone waiting there for me, and then I will be a part of army. But yeah, I can take you with, and maybe we can find a nice hovel or a hospice, whatever it is that would best cater to you.
Oh, that's a great idea. I used to be a nurse way back when, before the arthritis took my fingers away from me. But I would love to still go to the hospital, sit with the patients, talk to them at the end of their life. So please, if you could help me to the hospital, Victor, that would be most wonderful.
Yes, very well. I've heard that the nurse there is quite lovely. This is what the guards at the
Really?
entrance said, yes.
Oh, well, I'll find out if she's single for you. How's that?
He blushes a deep crimson red.
I love love.
The pair of you kind of like, you totter through the city, and then, like, you know, Ollie, where the hospital is.
Damn sweet.
Would you find yourself guiding the way, or would you, like, very much take a step back and allow Victor to figure it out on his own, like the big strong boy he is?
Hell yeah, I'm letting Victor figure it out. Oh my gosh, I'm new here.
Once the rest of the party have made their way inside, Kesu will turn to you, bid farewell, and say that he too is heading to the hospital.
That's what I was counting on.
And he wishes the rest of you good fortune, and then walks northwards. And that is who Victor takes aside. He's like, "Can you help me find the way to the hospital?" And you are eventually guided there yourself. What does the rest of the party do?
So, just a bit of a note. As Tony and Ollie approached with this poor man, Solas has had this face of, what the fuck?
So Solas' like normal face when Ollie does her thing.
No, it's like a mix between that and just, I am so done with her.
So it's the extra special version of your normal face.
Yeah, it's just
Spicy
it's like
confusion.
a mixture. It's a mixture of unimpressed and just like, what the fuck.
So normally you're like, what the? But today we get the full F.
Yeah, normally it's like, what the? And today it's just like,
Why is this the breaking point?
because before you haven't guilt tripped a young man into taking you to the hospital.
I want to point out as well, he didn't offer to take you to the hospital, he offered to take you to the hospice.
He offered to take me to a hovel.
Yeah, a hovel,
Also that.
and then a hospice. So, like, you're poor and you could go sit in one of those, or you're really old and you could go sit in one of these to die.
You know what I needed? I needed a way to not arouse suspicion from this young new army recruit, and to also get back to my homies. So
I mean, it
Bandage
worked.
Boy will have to do.
It seemed to anyway.
It seems to have worked so far. We will see.
Kesu, thankfully, is wearing a mask, so when Victor asked Kesu for directions, Kesu's facial expressions didn't give away your real identity.
Yeah, you can't see when the jaw hits the floor if the jaw is behind the wall.
So the rest of the party, they see this display going past. Kesu disappears. Ollie disappears. Solas has got a look like someone has just heaped cow shit on his grave. What do you do?
Okay.
So we're looking at like a giant. We're looking at like a deep sea octopus monster that steals people's legs and voices right now.
Is that the Ursula that you made yourself look like?
No.
Well, I googled it, and that's the only one that came up.
Wow.
I knew that name was familiar. Like I say, if I meet Ursula, I'm making calamari on principle.
I can definitely describe Victor as a poor, unfortunate soul.
See? It all adds up!
It works on many levels. I'm assuming that this particular Ursula Linguini is just some random humanoid race.
With a lot of wrinkles.
That
Yes.
picture only shows the top half. Not the important bit.
Well, it's very bent, but there's no tentacles.
So Sunny appears to be going on some rant about tentacled beings. It's not something that many of you have experienced in these desert wastelands.
You might be the only one who could. But can you become what you don't know? What you have not seen?
Okay, now we sound like we're going into Cthulhu territory. And you know what you have not comprehended.
Cthulhu, Tang, etc. That's the only words I know. Because every time I try and get into a Lovecraft book, he does some really gross, weird, racist thing. And it's really hard to get into it.
Okay, YouTube channel, Overly Sarcastic Productions. You can read the books without having to read the books.
Duly noted. Thank you very much. Victor leads you to the hospital, with Kesu kind of trailing a little bit in front of you. You at one point, Ollie, in your conversation with Victor, feel like you can maybe hear Kesu laughing a little bit. But eventually you are led to the hospital. Victor is like, there you go, kind old Ursula.
Oh, thank you, Victor. Oh, you sweet thing. Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
I
you
wish
poor unfortunate soul.
I wish I had some way to repay you.
I wouldn't worry about it. I'm going to get all the repayments I need, helping to rebuild this land better as the part of the glorious new empire.
Oh, okay, sweetie. Alright, I'm gonna give him a hug. And can I roll a sleight of hand?
What for?
Just anything.
Unless you have a thing you want to do with your hands.
The moment seems too wholesome. It feels like if I, a thief, am going in for a hug, I'm gonna try to nab something. And it's not gonna be his butt. That would be weird.
The only thing that you've seen of his, the only possession that you've seen of his is this what is their world's version of a letter of marque. Which is
So it's a letter with a mark on it.
Yes.
Okay. How about I reverse sleight of hand? I'm gonna sleight of hand put. How many gold do I have left?
You're gonna sleight of hand some cookies made
I'm
in
gonna-
Grandma's own kitchen into his pockets.
Yes, I'm going to drop 3 gold into his pocket.
Well, you've just made this situation even more wholesome.
Sometimes
Sleight of hand,
there's only
please.
so much you can do. Okay.
Please,
Oh,
that one. If ever there's a need for a nat one.
What? I got
It's like,
+9.
will you?
Goodness.
Toby!
You're welcome.
What the hell?
The upside is
What
a
kind of power
nat
do you
one.
have?
The upside is a nat 1 is an automatic fail. Still a 10.
Yeah. God, I love rogues, man. As
So
he's
you-
hugging you, he's like, the only thing that you need to do to repay me is to make sure that you stay healthy and happy and alive. So that you two can better the world. And then you just come forward and then literally just have 3 gold coins that you're just pressing into his chest.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought for a second there you were going to accidentally slip them into the wrong place. It's like, I don't like you like that!
Good old prison pocket.
Sweetie, my eyes
That
want
was
what
so
they
bad.
once were, but I want you to have this.
Grandma, no! Stop trying to give me money!
Oh no, sweetie. Oh, it's for you, so you can go out for some nice spirits. You can make friends in the barracks. You know, and this is just you were kind enough to help my old soul down the street to the hospital, and now I feel I need to repay you your pure gold heart.
Grandma, I have a job!
3 pure gold coins. Oh, don't worry, sweetie. You have found me a place for me to rest my bones. That's worth more than all the money in all the world. Please. You can take this.
I can't accept this from you, Grandma. Like, you don't have a job. This is a finite amount of money for you. I have a job. I am going to earn more. Please, do me a favor and keep this.
Well, sweetie, I'm gonna write you into my will.
This is literally a conversation I've had with my own
Oh,
grandma.
wait. I'm gonna stamp you into my will. It's just gonna be a big picture of you, and I'm gonna carry it around everywhere so they know where my money is going when I die.
Fine. Okay,
Alright.
I will come and visit you, I promise, Grandma.
Oh,
Keep your
Victor,
money.
you sweet boy. All right. I'll spend it on you, sugar. I'll spend it when you come visit. Take you out for your first round of drinks. We'll hit the town.
Okay, that sounds like a good plan, Grandma.
All right. You don't die out there, sweetie. You watch your 10. You watch your 6. You watch whatever the heck they say.
He's kind of like holding some fingers up and is like, you know, kind of moving his mouth in a way that he's trying to do sums.
You'll figure it out. You're a smart boy. All right.
He
All
waves
right.
goodbye to you and toddles on his merry way.
Hey, you bandaged bitch. Hey, you bandaged ass mummy looking motherfucker.
Me?
Delightful as
No.
always, I see.
Where did all of our friends go? Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna ollie up again. Wrinkles. Oh
Ollie,
my
ollie, ollie.
god. Hey.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever felt so close to death but years away?
Yes, there was this time with the dragon and some fire.
We were seconds away then. Anyways,
They went that way, and he points back to the main road.
Oh, really? They're still back there? God,
So while
busy.
Ollie was, thank you for that one, by the way. That was beautiful.
Perfect.
But what are the rest of us doing other than me planning to turn people into sushi?
Is a great question that I've been pondering myself. As I understand it, Solas was giving a hell of a stink face, Sunny was going a bit crazy, and the others didn't say much.
Well, depending on how long that took, I think they would have, gone up the road just a little bit by now.
Right.
I agree.
I can work with that.
But yeah.
Okay. And yeah, so Kesu is like, they went that way, and he points, and literally the rest of the party appear behind you, Ollie.
Boys!
Oh no. I mean, what?
Oh, my goodness. Well, that was great. We all made it through the gate, no problem. I think we can all agree that my plan was better, but yours has worked too.
Yours worked for you, yes. Wouldn't have worked for us, I can assure you.
Oh, for sure. I can see that. Man, I was really worried that they were going to make me do granny combat. I'm like,
That would
limber.
actually be sort of funny to see, I'll be honest.
Maybe on the way out, you know. All right, so what are we doing? What's the plan? Broken mast, round of drinks? Pick up our rapiers? Ha, ooh.
That's one thing we should do, yes. But yes,
I want to buy more arrows.
Yes, I think first things first. A shopping spree is in order.
Woo!
Not for me though. Not for me though, because I'm broke. But yes.
There's 3 gold coins right on the ground in front of me.
You never took them back.
I'm old. I can't bend over like that.
Sonny will
even-
happily pick them up for you and hold on to them for you.
And spend them for you?
Possibly.
Solas is the broke one.
I'm sure Sonny could share the coins with him. It's what Ollie would have wanted him to do.
Very true.
Good old Gmar. As you guys kind of congregate around the hospital, Kesu bids you all another farewell, since he already said goodbye to most of you when he headed in the direction. And then he opens the door into the hospital, and you see inside that there is just a sea of patients. And he's like, I think I will be a while.
Oh, and are they still like black lungy? The patients, like, still that same sickness that he was treating with the honey?
It does seem to be so, yes.
Oof. Well, it's Kesu's fate to medicate. So let's just go shopping. Come on, guys. Woo! Okay.
Yeah. Shopping?
I'm so excited. Yes. Yes.
We can go shopping.
Shopping!
Shopping! So, do we need to go up the elevator for that?
Mm-hmm. You
Oh,
need to
you
go
go
up
two
one and
elevators.
down another.
Yeah.
Woo,
That's
woo,
fine.
woo, woo.
I'm sure there was
Come
something we were
on!
trying. We have the magic swords, short swords by now, right?
You need to go get them.
Yeah.
Right.
I think
I
that
couldn't
was
remember
why
if
you
we got them
mostly
yet.
decided to head to Naglamund instead, because you really
Yeah.
wanted those swords.
Yeah, before they got like commissioned
remember
by
if we had them
Overbarrow
yet.
for his army. Didn't they say that at like I can't remember what it's called, the place where we got them, but which could prove to be an issue. I didn't say that out loud, but remember that they were like all of our like magical weapons had been taken by Underbarrow for like the cause. So I'm like, oh man, are our rapiers gonna get, repossessed?
The sturdy sheath.
The sturdy sheath, yes.
Right, I gave up the
Sounds
moldy
right,
ash robe. That was annoying.
Only one way to find out. First, you need to talk your way through the guards. No popcorn vendors around right now. You.
If Sunny goes like over to the like round like what is it? If Sunny does the sneaky thing up to the wall here to get to the like side of them there, while she's talking to them, he can come up behind.
Yeah.
Not that close.
Yeah.
Friends.
That is entirely a possibility.
Sunny's good at this sneaking thing. No sneaking roll required because, yeah.
How fast are these friends?
As fast as that mortar in the background.
From.
Yeah, streets deciding to be loud today, sorry.
So I'm glad that you can't hear, but my neighbours have been fucking yelling so much between one another today. I think they've gone out now, thankfully, but about a half hour before the game started, they were yelling so much.
Oh, did you do that trick with the roses and the card?
Oh.
Oh my god. What's the trick?
I licked
Sorry,
it off
Steve.
Yeah, I linked it off a YouTube video that's posted somewhere on here of just you get a bunch of roses, you put a card on it that says, "I miss you, call me again," some random name, and then you post it through the married
Last
man's
weekend
letterbox.
was great.
That is
Yes.
a very chaotic evil thing.
Oh, it's very chaotic.
And I've seen the video. The guy that did it, you could hear the yelling over the phone. Yeah, that's it.
I will watch that after the game. No, it's like they were both just yelling at the kid because, like, they were just calling him stupid because he was he walked in the house with shoes on.
Oh my god.
These are kind of very house proud people, and and they're also very loud.
Oh my goodness, that's
Yeah.
quite the infraction.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
What are we ever gonna do about the dirt on the floors?
So 6 guards are at the elevator. The platform is currently at the bottom. So like ripe for the getting onto the elevator
Boarding.
situation. Yes, boarding is a word that can be used. Thank you. I was gonna say mounting. I was like, no, don't do that.
Oh my
Don't
god,
do that.
Steve on the brain. 6 guards at the elevator.
They eye Kabor, Arazid, Solas, and Ollie with a little bit of suspicion. They're not very used to people approaching them, asking to come up. Ugh.
What? Oh, this is a very common occurrence when you're an elevator operator, no?
Maybe they're new.
Oh, maybe they are. Hello, boys.
I thought we were on the list.
We were one.
You were on a list.
Yes, the list.
You're probably on quite a few lists in this city right now.
Well, I don't know of any other lists, so there's only the list. It's logic.
A list, the B list, the list.
The kill list, the no-fly list.
Oh, Sonny's definitely on that one.
Yeah, I mean, he can't fly, so.
He can fly, but only in one direction. At a set speed.
And requires a bit of a run up. Anyway.
Well, he doesn't need that big a run up, it just needs a very large cliff.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm sexy Ollie in a robe of mothballs. I'm gonna go, hey boys.
Name
The
and
elevator
business.
operators. My name is Perry Petruva, and my business is to do a little bit of shopping, maybe hit up the Broken Mast, living that Naglamon life.
Roll a persuasion check, please.
Oh god, yes.
Don't get a nat one this time, please.
Oh my gosh. Careful what you wish for.
Is the dice whisperer today.
Sure is. Really? I pulled that out of nowhere.
Wait, really? He.
Oh no, that's a joke.
Oh, okay. Because that would be great.
It would be funny.
I haven't seen that show in a long time, but
Yeah.
him
I
being
was thinking-
disguised as a platypus by like putting a hat on is exactly the kind of thing I expect the show to have done.
That would
Well,
be,
it was
that would
part
be
of us
so
with a hat
funny.
on. That was disguise.
All right, yeah.
Otherwise,
would
he
have
was just
been-
Perry.
I was kind of aging out of that demographic right around the time that show came out. I didn't watch it.
It's worth looking up. Not really a binge show, but good for just little bits here and there.
Fair enough.
Such a good show. Oh my gosh.
But the longer it goes on, the more it starts tying in its old episodes.
Mm.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if his real human name was Perry Petruva, that would have been locked so deep in my subconscious. Like, so cool.
The guard who was talking does seem fairly okay. He's like, okay, shopping, yes, that is the thing that we're allowed people to do. And he's just like,
Cool.
open the gates. And
Thank you, boys.
another guard just literally like lifts up the like the single kind of metal bar that sits between the road and the elevator platform.
Oh, it's like a carnival. I love it. All right, come on, boys, come on. We're going shopping.
Waddle, 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 waddle.
Sunny has been kind of like sneaking along the wall, and now he's like, God damn it, fine, okay, waddle, waddle, waddle.
Hops through a sewer grate.
Yes, he goes from sneaking waddle to walking waddle without even breaking stride. One guess why.
That is your one speed. You are able to make it into the merchant's quarter fairly quickly and easily.
Oh, fantastic.
And you encounter kind of much the same, honestly, at the second elevator, and find your way finally in the underground market.
Sunny has a mace to sell, I've just discovered. I think one of them is like the black rock mace, and one of them is like the boring rock mace. One guess which one he's selling.
I definitely recently acquired a longsword I don't need.
Yeah, we really need to stop picking up longswords. Magic or otherwise.
But hey, if we can get some money, we can get some money.
Where can Sunny sell a mace? It's
Quite a
only
few
seen minor
places.
use.
Mace to sell, only one previous owner, 3 previous victims. You guys make your way to the sturdy sheath. Presumably first?
That's the place where we had the good weapon?
Yep, that is the place where someone is currently, has just finished, I believe, with a calendar, working on turning your one longsword into 2 rapiers.
Niels.
I just need to double check what the stats of these 2 rapiers are going to be. M's BRBing anyway, so this is a great time for my hard disk drive to suddenly stop working for a while. There we go.
Oh.
It does this thing where you ask it to open a folder and then like File Explorer freezes
Oh.
for like a good 20 seconds. My hard disk drive is about 4 years old now.
Oh, okay, well.
Yeah. Kinda normal.
Yeah.
This is the 3rd computer that this disk drive has been in, so
Yikes.
yeah. You walk through the doors of the sturdy sheath, and inside is the kind of. He was quite a nervous energy about him guy. Of what's he again? He's a gnome. Yes. You are met with this like very smiling, hands wringing, just big grinning gnome. It's like, oh, hello, yes. Welcome to the sturdy sheath.
Hello, friend!
Are you here to pick up your order?
Yes!
Yeah.
Is this the kind of guy that if you shake his hand just shakes during the handshake, so you get like a double handshake?
Yes.
That is going to be like a triple long handshake.
He's the kind of guy where you shake his hand and he shakes more than his hand does.
It's like his hand is moving up and down, the rest of him is moving in all other directions. causing his hand to move in all directions.
Bingo.
Because you're holding his hand is the only bit that's not shaking.
Yeah, you are his gyroscope. Yes, now you have to be very quiet as we go. Could someone just watch the door, please? Make sure nobody else is coming in.
Done.
I can do that.
Sure. I'm gonna. I'll watch the door.
Sunny
Like,
is useless at
3
watching
people are
things.
crowding at the door, making sure that no one else comes in.
Guys, I got this. I got this.
Sometimes
So-
walls are made out of magic, sometimes they're made out of characters.
I'm going to transform myself to look like the shopkeeper dude,
The big one or the small one?
the small one.
I don't think you've cultivated enough mass to look like the big one.
Yeah.
You'd need to be Macan sized to be able to form yourself.
I just be behind like the counter and like on 2 chairs and like big upper body and then tiny little feet.
Baby legs meet regular
Baby
legs.
So I'll do this one.
He looks even more nervous. He's like,
Sweetie is fine.
you can kind of
what
hear
you
him
look
whisper
like.
under his breath, is that really what I look like?
And more booty. I have to put it somewhere.
Okay, whatever works. Just don't let anyone in, okay?
Okay.
And then he
Gonna hyperventilate? Oh my god.
he walks over to like a far away corner from the counter. He hits like one brick on the wall, and then 1 brick on the floor, and then 1 brick right in the corner just pops up like an inch. It's quite a large rock, and he seems to lift it out with not much issue, though his hands do continue to shake throughout. He lifts the entire rock up, flips it 180 degrees, to reveal that it has been hollowed out, and inside of this cavity sits 2 red metal rapiers.
Ooh.
We had to keep them safe, you see. All of the other items have been gone, and with the army amassing, I really couldn't guarantee that they would be stolen. And, well, quite frankly, Brightsteel has been on edge as it was, with all his fine work being stolen by the nobles.
Oh, well, you did a great job. Oh my gosh, the workmanship. Oh, wait, I'm watching the door.
Yes. I appreciate your role-playing further, though.
So, as they were brought out, I think like Solas is going to be looking back a bit, like, "Hey, Ollie, Arazid, swords are done." He's just going to continue watching the sword.
Mhm.
So, letting those 2 kind of go pick up their stuff while this job.
You
Hey,
can
babe, I'm watching the door. Somebody grab the sword for me. Okay. All right. I'll go and get it. Oh.
So is that about right? One is handed. Webley takes out one at a time, smiling all the way, and he's just like, no, who are these for again?
Me, who is him, who is me. I'm gonna go. Pass me the sword,
I
Webley.
think the other one was
was Ollie.
Soulless.
No, it was Ollie and Arazid.
It was you and
I-
Arazid.
I can't use them because you can't duel.
Fair enough, fair
I could.
enough.
Yeah.
Ollie,
Because, yeah, Arazid needs to stick to shooting things. Or shooting in the general direction of them.
I mean, it's useful if you need to melee. So I don't use rapiers, so it's useless for me as well.
so Ollie and Arazid are each handed a... should we call them a refined dragon knife?
Oh, I get one?
Yeah, apparently Solas is doing something else. I thought Solas was gonna... Wait, I thought you had like a different...
I have 2 scimitars, which are basically just fancy short swords.
Yeah, well, this is a scimitar.
No, it's a rapier. Rapiers aren't
Oh. Sorry, I kept thinking we were getting them turned into scimitars, and I kept mishearing when they said rapier.
No.
I thought we paid for 2 short swords. Oh well.
So
No, it was 2 rapiers. It was rapiers.
each of the refined dragon knives deals the standard rapier 1d6 piercing, as well as 1d8 piercing is a rapier, and 1d6 necrotic.
Woo!
And what are we calling them?
Dragon teeth?
Ooh,
I mean, it's up to you.
dragon fangs.
Yeah,
Oh, that's better.
they are
We have the
each...
dragon knife. Now we have the dragon's fangs.
or the dragon fork and dragon spoon.
The spoon is more dangerous than you might believe.
And the dragon bowl.
It's a shame we couldn't have had it made into like a something in a base, because then we would have a spoon.
Remember,
Maybe call it
it is not
spork
the spoon that bends, it is only yourself.
when you're hit with it.
But yeah, you guys can obviously call it whatever you want. I just came up with refined dragon knife, but that doesn't need to stick. They are now your weapons.
There's 2 of them, and they're long and pointy, so they're the dragon fangs.
That does work. Dragon spork.
I think a dragon base would be a dragon spork, because it's like the spoon, but it's also spiky.
Well, next time you guys encounter... I mean, if you guys ever encounter a dragon again...
I feel like it'd be more of like a trident, but the bits are like connected together in a way.
Oh man. The real reason...
But if you want to get technical.
The real reason Lockmond it costs 5 gold pieces to enter is because it's actually got a little hole at the very centre, and you can go to like an aquatic realm where you can fight a big ass dragon with a trident.
Dragon turtle.
Cool.
Dragon turtles are actually a thing though.
Turtle.
I believe it taught Aang how to take bending away.
Yes. That was lion turtle.
Yeah, shit.
Hold up.
Yes, lion turtle. It's just like, I met a lion turtle and taught me how to anti-bend. You have the weirdest adventures when you go off on the road.
He's not alone. Momo was there. Is there anything else that I can help you with? He asks after Webley has put back the false stone.
Oh, yeah, Webley, how much money would you give me for this? And I'm going to pull out the long sword that I took from Zephod Gizelbrook.
Really shouldn't have closed my weapons table. Long sword. Let me see the long sword. He picks it up. It looks like a super long sword in his little hands. He kind of like examines it around. He flicks parts of the blade with it, with his fingernails as he examines. I'll give you 5 gold.
Webley, I think we both know that this is worth more than 5 gold. How about 10, and we'll call it even.
10? 10? I'm not going to be able to sell this thing for more than 15. What, you don't want me to make a profit? What is this?
Webley,
No.
you still make a profit.
You're right, I've been spending too much time around Errol. Okay. Let's say 8.
Let's say 9. You know what they say, spending time with Errol could lead to your mortal peril.
Nice.
He doesn't look like he's going to agree, but when you come up with that pun, he lets out a very nervous, deep belly chuckle. Just for that, just because I like you. 9.
Pleasure doing business with you, Webley. And I'm going to give him a shake with his own hand. He's shaking now.
I must say, you're quite the handsome devil as well as being funny.
Oh, I'd have to agree. And then I'm going to suddenly stop smiling. Turn away.
At least it's now easier to tell the two apart.
I would also like to sell something.
Yes, what can I sell for you? I mean, buy from you.
He puts a very average-looking flail on the counter.
Oh. You don't see many flails around these parts. Requires a lot of leather. It's quite a rare resource. We have to export it from Naban. Risky business.
Yeah, so what do you take for it?
5.
So
He gives
Make
you
offer.
a very big shake with a lot of shaking involved.
he shakes like a chihuahua.
Yes.
Arazid also shakes a lot, so it's like shaking meets shaking.
Oh god.
It's just a very rattly.
So basically, they
Their
just got
internal
vibrate.
resonance is too strong. They go pinging off the walls.
So
Your
basically, they're just
skeletons
vibrating
rattle.
away. They're like two halves of a tuning fork.
Yeah, it's like they're both just shaking away.
You could hear it between them.
For the first time in your life, you really feel like you've met a stranger who understands what it's like to live with generalized anxiety disorder.
Wait, if they shake in like union, does that mean they both come into if they're shaking in is it union? Harmony. If they're shaking in harmony, does that mean that all of a sudden the world comes in? They suddenly come into view for each other while the world is left in the vagueness.
You see, they weren't shaking in harmony until their hands met, and then suddenly
That's what I mean.
their wavelengths began to harmonize a little bit, as it were. And so, yes, in a sense, harmony comes over Arazid and Webley.
Oh my god, is this the start of the greatest love story ever?
It'd be a jaded lover, Errol Brightsteel in the back there.
So it is the greatest love story ever.
Yeah, every love story needs a point. I was gonna say like triangle, but it's not really. It doesn't really work that way.
They say it's a triangle, but it's always missing one side because two of the people aren't doing anything with each other.
Yeah,
Because it's not a three-way.
I've
A
definitely seen that meme
gargantuan
before.
ex-boyfriend.
Did I send that to you, Arazid? I feel like I saw that meme recently. Love stories aren't really like triangles because it's more like two guys forcing a woman into the corner or something like that.
Oh my god, that's so good.
It's gonna really bug me.
Love you.
I'm not the only one that heard of it. Okay, so I have a mace. It's like one previous owner and like maybe 2 victims. 3? Don't know. Lightly used.
He chuckles again. He seems to be actually shaking a little less now. It seems that the harmony has done well for him.
Wish I could say the same for Arazid.
He gives.
So if I shake his hand, does it go off like a jackhammer?
Oh god. I will give you 5.
Yay!
I think because of your differences in mass, Sunny's just gonna be like very stable, and he's just gonna be like, like
Yeah, if I just grab his arm, if I'm shaking him up and down, am I waving up and down and thinking that it's vibrating? So it's like using a jackhammer on the floor. Okay, not that bad.
Do you shake his hand?
Yes.
Yeah, he kind of, you shake his hand and he literally is lifted off of his feet a little bit. Oh my. You're almost as strong as Bright Steel. Well, that was quite the grip. He hands you 5 gold pieces as well.
Thank you, friend.
Any other curios or delightful things that I can purchase from you? Or may I interest you in my range of wares so that I may procure some of your hard-earned gold pieces back, yes?
What you got?
I would like some arrows.
Oh, I can give you a set of 20 arrows. That
Alright, I'll
is
take those.
1 gold piece.
Oh, I'll take them.
Really, you want some arrows for your crossbow?
Damn it. Yes.
I have.
Oh.
Yes.
I do have.
You can just cut them down to
Well,
size.
that idea was a real bolt from the blue.
Boo!
Alright.
You've come up with better.
I'm gonna save
Yeah,
face and
But
buy the
I
arrows.
don't think I could come up with worse, and I was trying.
He has as it were, the standard, like arms and weaponry available in case you guys need a little table. There's one in the Discord. He sells 20 bolts. Excuse me, a regular stone tip to Ollie for 1 gold piece. A quiver with 20 stone-tipped arrows in it to Arazid for also 1 gold piece.
Oh, I'm going to buy Arazid's arrows for him. Because he got fleeced so bad.
Okay, it wasn't that bad.
Oh, it was so bad. It's still making more money.
Thank you.
Does he have any more bolts?
Oh, I have 2 more sets. That's
Alright,
another
yep,
40.
yep. Okay, alright, yeah. So I'll buy the next. Who knows how crazy shit's gonna get? Do I really want a backpack full of bolts though? So I'm just gonna buy another set for 2. So now I'm up to 2 gold pieces.
Yep.
All right, great.
1 for each of the sets.
Woo.
Sunny wishes he could use martial weapons.
Webley also wishes he could use martial weapons. But nothing is quite as good as having a friend who's very good at hitting.
True.
But Webley, are you gonna have to join the army?
Oh no. There will always be, there will always be a place for those who can make weaponry.
I guess so.
I mean, technically I can't, but try to.
Yeah, I thought you were more of like a shopkeeper, but sure.
Well,
Yeah.
try look Errol in the face and say that I'm going to be taken away and join the army. He can be quite terrifying.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you're not going to get conscripted into something you might not necessarily believe in, or maybe you do believe in it. I don't know.
He laughs a little bit and then is like, oh, excuse me.
I understand completely. And I'm going to change out of Webley and back into Ollie.
Okay. Anything else that I can help you with?
Probably not.
Do you know if anyone here has any tinkerer's tools?
Tinkerer's tools. Oh, yes, there's a shop in the square, that is owned by the Trinket Makes. I believe they are probably selling something about that.
I guess we can try. That works.
Okay, well, thank you all for your custom. I wish you the best.
Oh, we wish you the best too, Webley. We'll see you later. Oh, Webley, actually, I have one more question.
Yes.
Are there any good seamstresses in town? I've got an outfit. It seems like it works. I just want to make sure that it really works.
Oh, yes. I go to this lovely lady back in the transient quarter. Her name is Mistress Godiva. She's very good at taking normal person-sized clothes and turning them into fashionable little accoutrements for small beans like me.
Oh my gosh. Well, she sounds absolutely delectable. All right, I will go and see this Lady Godiva. Thank you so much, Webley.
It's no problem at all, no problem. She's right in the southern corner, in like a very small building just sandwiched between a couple of slave quarters. You should be able to catch her at most times of the day. She has her little fingers working to the bone for us, bless her heart.
Oh, she sounds like a real treat.
Webley smiles and then begins coughing again. It sounds wet.
Oh, Webley. I thought that cough was like kind of one of those like time to go. But now I'm thinking that you might have something wrong with you, sweet thing. Oh, Webley, take off your shirt.
What? No!
Take off your shirt, Webley.
I
Daddy off the
insist that
heel.
you stop, madam.
Webley, I'm not a doctor, but I do know a doctor, and I have seen his gross patients. I'm going to need you to take off your shirt.
I
Disrobe.
feel very uncomfortable right now.
I'm going to
I
turn
also
myself
feel
into
very uncomfortable
Errol.
right now.
I'm going to turn myself into big Errol top, small Errol, little baby legs. Does this make you more comfortable? Baby. Take off your shirt for me, sweet thing.
If anything, this makes me less comfortable. Look, I know where the
I just want to
hospital
make sure
is.
you're okay.
I am a big boy.
You're not that big, baby. I'm big.
Can Sunny just cast healing? Would that be easier?
Yes,
Their shirts off.
please, let's just do that.
Wait. How much are you going to pay us for this healing? Sweet thing.
You can pay in thank yous.
Oh, must be
It's,
honey,
I like
sugar
him
baby.
better.
Sunny doesn't see problem with taking off shirts. Sunny doesn't wear shirts.
That is
Because you
true.
are a perfect physical being. Webley is not so much that.
Baby.
Baby.
Yes, I'm sure it's nothing, but if you'd be so kind as to heal me, then absolutely I will take that.
Okay,
Alright.
Sunny needs to place hand on
wait, no.
chest. Take off
Sunny,
shirt.
Sunny, yes.
Damn it! He really starts to shake and cry, and he's like, please don't make me do this. I'm not very comfortable
helps.
with it.
Sweetie, if it helps, we'll all turn around.
Sunny will
and I'm
not
gonna
comment on
turn around on
embarrassing
my.
birthmark.
I'm gonna turn around, kind of awkwardly, on my little baby legs.
Sunny will just
Please,
the darkness though.
I'm sure it's nothing. I will go to the hospital when needed, but I'm not taking my shirt off.
Okay, Sunny put it on head.
It?
Hand.
Oh.
Claw.
In university we referred to them as end effectors. Because it's the thing on your end that you affect the world with.
End effectors.
Roboticists are not particularly inventive people. They're creative people.
That sounds pretty freaking creative.
It depends how drunk they were when they came up with it.
Probably quite. You ever tried to like do a 12-hour coding session and it just doesn't fucking want to work? Probably not, actually. That's quite a niche thing. But it's very painful, and alcoholism
Yes,
is a
I do those
problem.
all the time on the weekend.
To be fair, I can imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you put your little paw onto his head, and you can just immediately feel like the anxiety melting away.
But not him, right? That'd have been bad.
No, he still does
That would
seem
have
to
been
have.
the wrong spell.
He still does seem to have corporeal form. Why are you rolling?
He
off
is
your
the
roll to
anxiety.
me?
Oh, shoot. I don't know when that... Why did that get clicked?
Oh,
When the hell was that?
I don't know, but you rolled your last one to me as well. I thought that one was like just something with the like whatever macro you
yeah.
were using, but yeah. He just kind of like
Oh, yeah, I
relaxes.
rolled it. Okay, I rolled a 17 on the previous roll. Anyone was wondering. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, that's turned off
I
now.
was-
I don't know why that was on.
Yeah, he begins to just still a little bit. He melts, and he's like, and he begins coughing and coughing, and then he kind of turns away, and you hear like quite a wet retch, and then something splatters.
No.
He turns around, and there is like black spots kind of all down his shirt, from the kind of like going from his mouth going in like a downward splattering direction. I will admit that was very unpleasant, but I do feel a bit better now. Thank you.
Yay!
Oh my
I can't
gosh.
find a sun the scene glyph for the sun, the sun, the sun, the sun, the sun, the sun, the sun.
Okay, Webley, now you have to take off your shirt. That is so gross.
He
Why
kind
are
of-
you so obsessed with him taking off his shirt?
Now
To
it's
be fair,
covered
she has
in
been
black
obsessed with most guys.
gooey
Taking off
puke.
the shirt.
It was a one-time thing. And then Zaphod. Oh god.
he
Never killed a fully dressed man.
he kind of like nods. He's like, "Yes, you're right. You're right." And then he begins to unbutton his shirt, and you see that he is wearing underneath a second shirt.
Never nude.
Sims 3 trait, never nude.
And you can see
haven't-
that this one is like a little bit more threadbare, and it seems like underneath he is wearing even more clothing.
How much of his mass is actually his mass?
Oh yes, I don't normally let people see me like this, but I suppose that having this gross black stuff all down you is not exactly good for business either. I suppose I will have to make do being so underdressed.
Oh yeah, so raunchy, so exposed, wow.
He kind of like folds his arms over his chest a little bit after disposing of his shirt. Thank you so much for the healing. I think I need some honey.
We never have prestidigitation when you need it.
Is there anything else I may do for you? Otherwise, I'm going to go make some tea.
Thank you so much for all of your help.
Go to the hospital.
You go to the hospital. Stop trying to undress people!
They're gonna undress you at the hospital.
Do you guys have any further business here, or?
We should have had Arazid shake his hand one last time.
He's really sick. I don't want to touch him.
Yeah. Oh my God, we've all shook his hand. Good point. Oh my God. I'm gonna wipe my hand off on.
That's why the DM kept asking specifically about whether or not we want to shake his hand.
This is the bread situation all over again.
So I'm going to, as I'm walking up to Solas, I'm gonna go, "Thanks for watching the door, buddy," and I'm going to pat him on the back with both of my hands, the back of his robe, like, all right, yeah. Then I'm gonna go out the door.
Solas senses something is wrong.
Sonny's gonna cast Cure Wounds on himself.
Okay.
That's smart.
I mean, it seems like a smart move right now. Where was it? Hopefully that got rid of the... Okay, was that one to the... Oh, now I
Yeah.
do the good roll.
That was a pretty fucking good roll. Vroom vroom, says the bike. I'm a bike. Listen to me. Oh god. Sorry. I grew up in a biker culture.
Oh, so you're one of those people I keep wanting to throw the EMP grenades at.
Oh no, I am absolutely not one of those people. But my father was. I assume next up, that place he talked about. For some tinkers tools. Very weird. It's not tinkerers tools, but there we are.
Yeah, it's just Tinker's tools. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's tools for tinkering, not tools for a tinkerer.
But who would use them? Is someone who tinkers?
Well,
Not a tinkerer?
you don't have to be a thief
No,
to want to use thieves' tools. You're just not very good at it.
Yeah.
It's because it's tools for a tinker being the person who tinkers.
God damn
It's
it.
English.
I hate the English language sometimes. But
Hey, it all makes perfect sense if you don't think about it.
it's good for life as well. Like, those are absolutely mountains if you don't think about it.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing about the English language, you only need to know half of it to be considered fluent.
Every person that I know that speaks English as a second language or third language or non-native speakers who are all
Yeah.
like, "Oh, excuse me for my poor English," 100% of the time are better speakers than native ones.
Yes!
Yeah. It's because
I
they
remember-
actually try and learn it, whereas we were forced to learn it.
There was like one campaign with Simon, and he said that there was like something across the river or whatever, and it was like such a big word. I can't remember what it was though, but it was like, holy crap. Don't hear that one every day. Don't hear.
Let me know if you think of it, because now that's gonna
Started
bug
with a
me too.
P, but that's all I got. Started with a P.
Parallel.
No, parallel would have been fine.
Paramount.
No.
Penultimate.
Ooh.
No, I'll have to look back through the notes.
Pretty
When
far
I find-
across.
Everything would be.
You are charged 50 gold pieces for the Tinker's tools. Arazid?
How many gold pieces?
50. 50.
I don't have that many, so no.
Womp womp. Blame the DMG, not me.
I won't blame you. I'll blame my fact that I'm a broke bitch.
Wait,
You've seen
Arazid.
Ollie throwing around a lot of money.
Yes,
What
Ollie
do you
can pay
need
for
them
it. She's
for?
one of those people that stole all that money from that tomb.
I just wanted them as like a comfort object so I could tinker during my downtime.
So, wait, you'd want them so you can make friends with your downtime?
I guess if people want to make
Sonny will
friends
buy
by
them for you!
Sunny!
Friends is friends is friends!
Oh, Sunny's gonna buy them? Great.
Oh, if Ollie was willing to buy them, Sonny will not step on her toes. Whatever
no,
shape
no.
they are today.
Because we all know Ollie can get a little bit jealous. I don't know.
Yeah, so,
Me-
if Ollie was willing to buy them, then Ollie should be allowed to buy them.
Arazid is
Oh.
already in Ollie's debt.
Yeah, there was definitely going to be a further transaction.
I thought I fulfilled my end of the bargain.
Not enough. We
What
never
do you
said
mean?
that there would be an end point.
No, you said the next one, then it's over, and I did it because you had a really, really silly
Alright.
plan,
All right. Well,
and I was like, I agree. I didn't say anything else. I just said I agree.
I know you did great.
You did great,
really-
Han.
It really added a lot to what I was trying to do there. But on the same token, I feel that yes, if I were to pay 50 gold pieces for your tinker tools, that I would need a lifetime agreement.
A lifetime agreement? A lifetime
agreement.
What about the next 5 times?
I don't know
Sunny,
how long
who
you're gonna
has
live.
no strings
That could either
attached.
be a bargain or a real. So yeah, so you could get the money from me with a lifetime agreement, or from Sunny with a lifetime friendship agreement, I guess.
Why
We're both
would I go
basically-
for you then? Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
We're basically asking for the same thing, but I think it's gonna come.
Why?
There's gonna come a time you're gonna wish you had chosen me.
So, Ollie's not fine.
Guilt tripped. My girlfriend said that I'm getting girl bossed by Ollie.
Congratulations, you are a man.
I'm just not gonna buy them. You got me between a rock and a hard place. I'll buy them with my own money when I get more money.
Wait, your rock and a hard place are eternal friendship, which you've basically already pledged, or eternal, ideal.
I'm just
What are
gonna
you
wait.
saying?
I'm gonna wait. Because then you have me judging Sunny's motives, and I know Sunny would never do anything to hurt me, ever.
Exactly.
Yes, you
You're
keep standing in
between a
sunlight.
rock and
Not like
a
you stand
feather
in shade,
bed.
Sunny, if you would like to buy this for me, I will do a few favors for you with the tools.
Okay.
Sunny, I'm gonna look at you with the heat of 1,000 suns.
He would like
Sunny's gonna
that.
sunbathe.
I mean, joke's on you. He's into that shit.
Very true.
The heat of 1,000 suns. Sunny sunbathe. It's canon true. That's the first time it's happened in his entire life.
Is Sunny's bond to be the first reptile to get a suntan?
He's on the right track.
Write that shit down.
That's actually pretty. Yes, hold on a sec.
Hey, I give you permission to have 2 bonds. Thieves' tools acquired.
3.
Tinker.
What
Well,
else?
actually, no, it's 5 now if you count the others.
5 bonds? You're only meant to choose 1! I've got to have a look at that character sheet again. Anyway, 50 gold pieces deducted from Sunny's character sheet. Tinker's tools acquired for Arazid's. One very confused shopkeeper who is not really used to 3-way domestic arguments right outside their premises. What do you guys do next?
Well, I need to go see a lady about some clothing alterations. Lady Godiva down in the down district. Maybe you guys could go and see like what Kesu's up to, and me and Arazid could go check out the little Lady Godiva. Doesn't that sound like a good idea, Arazid?
I'm not in your debt anymore, but for the sake of the argument, I'll say sure.
Didn't see that going that way, but okay.
All right, I just...
No, you've said it now.
called
No take backsies. No take backsies. All right, so I'm gonna hook my arm in Arazid's and drag him down to the elevator to get to Lady Godiva, the seamstress.
I mean, do the three of you go separately, or stay with Ollie and Arazid?
Honestly, I got distracted by dog picture, so I have no idea. So Ollie's going to get a dress, and the rest of us have to decide if we want to go with or not.
Yes, she has specifically told the three of you to go elsewhere.
Okay.
So it's up to you whether or not you feel that she has nefarious intentions or not.
If even Ollie thinks that, if Ollie, the person that constantly wants attention, and we wish we weren't in the presence of, thinks that we shouldn't be in the presence of her doing whatever it is she's going to do to try and get attention, then you know it's something we don't want to be in the presence of when she tries to get attention.
Well,
So true, King.
do Solas and Kabor agree there?
Yeah.
Do you need me to repeat it?
Fair enough. Where'd you guys go instead? Once getting back down into the transient quarter.
We could go drink honey. Sunny knows a spell for it.
Ooh.
It only takes 10 minutes to cast per barrel.
That's true, you could head to the Broken Mast for a little while.
Yeah.
Okay. Ollie, Arazid, you guys find through... the instructions don't quite send you to the right place, but you ask around a little bit and eventually find a very small hut. Kind of right against the outer wall of the city that appears to have just an etching of a needle on the wall. An old woman sits outside it in a chair that moves back and forth. And she is kind of, she has some fabric in between her hands, but you can't really see her hands because they are just a blur.
Pardon me.
Yes.
Oh, would you happen to be Lady Godiva?
Mistress Godiva, but yes,
Mistress.
I am.
Oh. Well, I was wondering if you would be interested in taking on a job for me.
I am always interested in taking on a job.
Now, I need this ready within the next 3 days. Do you think that would be too much to ask?
I don't know what this is, dearie.
Oh, yes. Pardon me. So I'm going to take off my backpack and ask Arazid to hold it.
Arazid will hold it.
Then I'm going to dig inside and I'm going to pull out the long, purpley black, flowy robes that I got off of Zaphod shortly before murdering him in the sand. I need these to be converted into the most spectacularly gorgeous dress the world has ever seen.
She examines the fabric quite eagerly.
This is gorgeous cotton.
Is it not? And, so I likely won't need all of this for the dress. So if you could keep some of the leave-behinds I don't know, make a nice pair of socks for yourself or something.
I will see what I can do. Now hold still for a minute. I need to measure you. Take off your shirt,
yes.
robe,
Oh,
thing.
Yep, alright. Alright, Arazid, close your eyes. And I'm gonna go full naked Ollie.
His eyes are already closed. The second you heard take off your shirt, he turned around and closed his eyes.
Alright, full naked Ollie. Just as, like, high posture, arms out, like, bask. Like that.
So, are you now going to update your image to show that off, or do we have to use our imaginations and hope for the best?
Imaginations, hope for the best, yes.
You didn't update your image for Grammy Ma!
I didn't, no, I know. I didn't even find one. Oh, except for that one then. Of Ursula K. Le Guin. Linguini.
Linguini is, I swear, is the name of that guy in Ratatouille.
It is.
It does, yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
Yes.
You are basically naked. Mistress Godiva,
Entirely.
she very slowly and very carefully puts down the fabric that she was working with on a little like windowsill to her home next to her, and then jumps out of the chair. She produces a length of... It's a very like flat, very long piece of fabric. It seems to have some markings along it at regular intervals. And she is just a blur around you as she begins like taking a measurement around your chest, around your hips, taking in measurements for like your legs. She even wraps it around your neck at one point and pulls it tight, and you're like, oh!
Ooh. Wow.
Okay. I have got all your measurements now, dearie. You want me to make something beautiful? I think I can probably guess what it's for. I know this fabric. Who are you thinking of burying?
Oh, my late husband, Wieselbrock.
Oh, is he currently late? Or is that something you're
Oh.
planning on?
She nudges you with her elbow.
I see you've noticed my friend Arazid here. No, he is currently not with us.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that if you are.
Oh, I'm incredible. I'm very sad. But, you know, my husband loved to see me at my very best. Not in moldy robes such as these, but, you know, I really want to make sure that this dress is an absolute stunner.
She
Like,
just gives you a big old wink, a couple of finger guns.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
old Granny the Fonzie?
And I want to be able to wear it at like multiple different occasions, you know. I want to be able to wear it at the funeral, out on the sand, out on the town, if I need to go drop in at a wedding. You know, I don't want to have to change, right? So that's what I'm looking for, really, here.
So you need a gown that is simultaneously formal and casual, and for mourning, and for celebration.
It's all
Maybe
a
it could have
celebration?
maybe it could have like a tearaway skirt that goes into like a shorter skirt.
You know, I think I have just the thing.
Ooh.
It will cost you. It will
How
cost you
much?
80 gold for this rush job.
Well, from what I hear, you are worth it. So I'm going to pick up my fanny pack from the ground, still butt naked, and I'm going to count out 80 pieces of gold.
Where did you hear about me from, dearie?
Oh, from, let me see, what was his name? A very nervous sort of fellow.
Oh, was he like smiling a lot?
Smiling in that kind of painful way, if you know what I mean.
That is Webley.
Ah, yes, that does sound familiar, yeah.
Oh, I've been.
We just saw him. How could you forget his name?
He is quite a memorable fellow. Oh. I used to make his dresses for him many years ago, and now I make all of his other clothes as well. It's been quite a journey. He's one of my favourite customers.
Oh, well, I think soon you'll find that I am your very favorite customer. All right, ta-ta for now, and I'm gonna do the old kiss both cheeks, but not really kiss the cheeks. And I'll leave her with my beautiful dark cotton purple fabric.
Farewell now. Thank you for the gold. Come and pick this up. Let's say the day after tomorrow.
Ooh.
Would that be soon enough?
Oh, that would be wonderfully prompt.
She waves you goodbye and rushes into her hovel, and you hear like a lot of clattering and banging around. She seems quite energized.
Oh, it's gonna be great. Thanks for holding my stuff, Arazid. Oh, well, okay. So I'm just gonna put my robe back on, strap it all together with my fanny pack, and then, okay, I can take my backpack. Thanks, sweetie. And then, maybe we should go. You fancy a drink?
Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. I'm really happy right now.
Why are you happy?
Why wouldn't I be happy? Do you want to take my happiness with me?
Yes.
No, I don't really understand. Oh, sorry. Oh my God, the world.
The fuck is that spell going off?
It's probably important to somebody who's not me.
You can answer it if you want, and we'll switch over to the other group.
I think she has.
Fair enough. Alright, other group. You enter the Broken Mast Inn. Do you do the same as before? Magic, 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 hi!
Yes, let's make honey!
As Grimsby sees you all enter, you see his smile drop a fraction. Those who are fairly good at reading faces probably can hear the "oh god, they're back" going on in the back there. And then he kind of plasters it back on and he's like, "Greetings, friends. Welcome back to the Broken Mast. Another cup of honey? Or would you be making that yourself today?"
Sunny's not picky.
He fills up a mug, smacks it down. On the counter, it is full of grog. He charges you, I believe it was 2 silver. Anything for you, gents? A meal to put some meat on those bones, perhaps?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah.
See a slightly pained expression on Solas' face as you realise he probably doesn't have enough money.
I believe there was a matter of 3 gold pieces that Sunny was willing to share with you. So you could probably add 1 or 2 or 3 onto your sheet, depending on how generous Sunny's feeling.
Maybe the case, but Solas' pride.
Alternatively, Sunny can just buy rounds for his friends.
Sure.
How many friends does he have in this building?
He has 2 friends, and then he has Grimsby, and there is a waitress, and there is a group of 3 like goblins and a kobold sitting in a very far corner.
I've lost count.
That is 8. No, 9 total. 8 if you don't count yourself, since you did already buy yourself a beverage.
Then 8.
Okay.
And yeah, what the hell, friends?
That is 16 silver. Do you purify it first, or just as is?
As is. I thought that'd be way too much dancing otherwise.
Fair enough. Wait, can't the spell, like, purify an area? You could probably do all 8 in one. All 9 in one, really, if you're planning on doing yours as well. Your choice.
Sunny will attempt to read the room to figure out if they want grog or honey.
You know that the waitress and the bartender Grimsby are most likely fine either way. You know, they do sell this stuff. They've probably drunk it in its standard form. The group of 4 in the corner are having a game of dice.
So they probably want alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay.
It depends on whether or not you think Kabor and Solas would prefer it boozed or not.
Sunny looks deep into their souls. Fails miserably. Default.
You can probably tell Solas just will take anything at this point. He doesn't really mind. He's kind of like,
Well, default grog then.
Fair enough. So you purify 1. Magic, hoy. You send the 4 grogs over to the group of 4 playing dice in the corner, and suddenly they are looking at you much more favourably, and give you a little round of "Hey!" You know, in that typical kind of pubish way.
Magic. Hey!
Exactly. Emma, you back?
Oh yeah. Oh,
nice.
sorry.
Cool. You guys head off. Arazid is feeling super happy. Do you guys reroute back to the inn? Or, you know, you're gonna...
You know that they went to the inn?
Sorry, what was that?
Do we know that they went to the inn?
The sounds of magic, hoy! Might be a slight giveaway.
Let's say that.
Yeah, let's go to the inn. Arazid has a spring in his step. He feels some form of solidarity.
Ooh, all right. Let's get drunk.
All right. You guys
So,
go ahead.
Arazid was going to say to Ollie, like, so you have a dead husband now?
Yes, he died very, very tragically. His last name was Folkor Ironstrike.
Are you gonna?
No,
What?
no. Oh gosh, no. I don't know, because you know how sometimes people say things and you just roll with it. It was one of those situations. I don't have a dead husband. You know me.
Twice and
Yeah, I know. If I were to have a dead husband, it would definitely be you. Don't worry about that.
I assume that's a compliment. By the way, is
Doesn't
anyone
sound
hearing
like it.
Arazid go a little bit, Mr. Roboto? Was that just...
yeah, a little bit.
I haven't noticed.
I swear half the words aren't coming through.
Yeah,
I might
just...
have noticed, but I completely forgotten, to be fair.
Push
I'll
to
take
talk
it.
is an evil mistress. Alright, you guys get there as well. Do you continue the generosity in the round buying, Sunny?
Sure, why not?
Alright. You guys get either a cup of grog or a cup of honey, depending on how much you want to press on Sunny's generosity, and honestly whether or not you want to get drunk.
Arazid will participate in the round drinking.
How much was grog again?
2 silver each. So that would have been 18 for like the first 9, including.
Yeah, I think I'm probably up to date. That was my last 2 silver.
Yeah, I'm sure you can get him to give you some change.
I'm probably okay by this point. No, I mean I'm rounded out at this point.
Ah, right, I'm with you.
I'll buy my own grog, thank you very much.
Too bad.
Oh,
The
okay.
entire campaign is just like a tycoon battle between Sunny and Ollie.
Who can give money away the best?
It's very wholesome. Like, that's how we're
Meanwhile-
actually gonna build a better tomorrow for this world. Meanwhile,
there's Solas who spent half of his on a sword. And the
but
other half on a sword that isn't even his.
but sword goes swishy.
Yes, it does.
I bought Tinker's tools, so our sword will never get blunted, or we can fix it if it gets blunted, and we can keep these swords for a long, long time.
Oh, well, that's quite sweet. If you had said that, I would have helped you.
No, you wouldn't have. Don't even.
Do you guys stay there for like the rest of the day, or is this like a one drink and head off situation?
Well,
I
I mean,
Depends how late it is, I'd say.
Oh, that's a good shout. Let's see. So you haven't had a rest since staying in the desert where you were attacked.
Mm-hmm.
That time it would have taken you like about half the day to get there, and you've spent a good few hours around. So I'd say it's around like 4 p.m.
Okay. I think Solas would just have like one drink to keep him going.
Mhm.
And like he kind of wants to, I guess, get some information on basically what we're going to be up against. You get what I mean?
Hmm.
I'm not sure if anyone else would want help.
Ollie's just chugging grog. She's like grog after grog after grog.
I imagine
I imagine
Ollie is
drunk.
really messy drunk.
What?
Yeah,
You
like-
know it.
Like, you know those people that just get absolutely shit-faced every weekend and turn every town centre into their own personal like bin and toilets?
Oh yeah.
Like you
Oh yeah.
hit up like 2 different kebab houses.
Speaking of that, I think I need to go break this seal. Arazid, can you take me to the bathroom?
You want me to take you to the bathroom?
Who else would I want? Come on.
Okay,
Okay,
fine.
I'm gonna-
Okay, fine.
I'm gonna try to make
Probably like started
Arazid.
drinking. Arazid probably like started drinking, but when he saw that Ollie was getting like shit faced, he was like, "All right, I gotta be the responsible one in this fucked up little partnership."
You are
This little
Ollie's
code
designated
we have going
driver.
I wanna try to get a piggyback from Arazid to the bathroom. I wanna try to climb on his back.
Really
Tonto.
dangerous thing to do when you know you need to pee.
Constitution? No, I'm joking.
No,
You joke, but I think that might be appropriate right now.
the consequences of it are terrifying for me.
Arazid, do you acquiesce to having a drunk Ollie attempt to climb onto your shoulders?
Yes, but begrudgingly.
That's gonna be a strength check, please.
I know.
Athletics, if that makes a difference.
Well, it's better than Ollie's saved even in.
Okay, so you guys have been sat around one of the central circular tables in the room, And Ollie is just suddenly like, Arazid, take me to the bathroom. And then, Arazid, like, just slouches down out of his seat, and he's like, fine. And Ollie's like, no, wait. Alrighty. And then, like, she attempts to get up and, like, try and climb on Arazid's shoulders, and Arazid just crumbles under the weight. And as a result, Ollie goes flying, like, face first into the floor. And at that point, you make a mess on the floor, is all I will say.
Sunny, I made water. Could you turn it into food? I'm hungry.
I would say it's been a good few hours, because I think even someone like Ollie would need a good few hours to get this messy and drunk.
Sunny is regretting not having the spell Destroy Water.
Destroy water.
Do you have that cantrip that's a default cleaning spell?
No, he has the spell Create or Destroy Water, but I don't have it prepared right now, so I cannot try to destroy the water.
Fair enough.
I have Thaumaturgy, so I can make the water really loud.
That works.
The water suddenly goes, Ray!
Just drown out all the other noise.
Considering that
Shut
Ollie
up,
is
you puddle,
mumbling
bitch.
quite a lot of that, it's probably quite a sunlight send that the water is so loud right now and drowning her out. Do you guys help? Or is this more of a, sit back and watch the drunk lady struggle situation?
I don't think the bending spell is going to be able to fix this problem.
I think at this point, like, I would have felt that Solas would have seen something like this coming, and so would have left the place preemptively.
The whole place.
He just went outside. It's like, okay, yeah, no.
He's going out for a smoke. Because I always imagined in my head that you're, like, naturally producing a little bit of, like, fire or smoke somewhere on your body.
Well, sort of. It's all dependent on what's all going on with him. Basically.
Fair.
At the very least,
Arazid's gonna bite the bullet and help.
Yeah. You kind of drag Ollie out of her own mess. Grimsby is like, look, you guys are clearing that up, but there's a free room upstairs. I think she needs to go sleep that off now.
You said it's free.
Not free like that!
Arazid.
You're paying in the morning, wench.
You said free.
Wench. Arazid's gonna just sort of try to help Ollie up the stairs to the room and just be like, alright, just sleep this one off. We don't have to talk about this ever again.
Sunny can help get her up the stairs.
Man.
That party can help with.
And Sunny's my other best friend. What a big turtle.
You grab the left leg, I'll grab the right, and we'll drag her up.
Yeah.
What is Kabor doing in all this?
Watching. What else can you do in a situation like this?
That's fair. I believe there was the idea of going and gathering intel that Solas was just floating around.
Yeah, I think that went out the window pretty quickly.
Yeah.
You guys can still
Someone
do
had
it.
other plans. I think you mean you guys could still do it. Fine.
Yeah, just leave me here. I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
I'd just like to imagine that them dragging her up the stairs just knocks her out more.
Yeah.
Because the head's repeatedly slamming on the staircase.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. That is canon. Both legs have been grabbed, and she is just, like, mumbling and getting a little bit more incoherent with every step taken upstairs. Ollie is
Brain trauma.
very, very gently cleaned up by Sunny and Arazid, popped it into like half of this rather large bed, and she's just like, Arazid, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
more snoring or something. What do you guys do after that?
After things have calmed down, like audibly at least, Solas will come back in. Be like, oh boy, okay. Where they gone? Yeah, that's the bartender.
Yeah, I think literally it's just like the bartender and Kabor left downstairs.
Yeah.
The waitress is currently like mopping up a particular area of the inn floor.
Question.
Yeah. Mhm.
Would Solas know if there'd be any consequence with him, like, using his innate flames to kind of, I guess, sort of evaporate the water?
Very good question.
Aerosolized pee.
Now,
I mean, it's a good way to clear it up.
yeah, that's the thing. In this world, obvious uses of arcane magic is something that can be very touchy. But you do have like a look that people do notice is like a little bit elemental, a little bit unusual. So I definitely think that you could reason it away as just being a thing you can do, and it's a bit mean to, discriminate against someone on the basis of part of themselves.
Yeah. Okay, so he would kind of approach and be like, do you want some help with that?
She looks up and she's all like, oh, that would be very kind. I must admit, I don't really want to have to sterilize all of this after.
Okay, hold on. Just don't panic. And he kind of, like, crouches down a little.
Mm-hmm.
And from, like, tip of his fingers to, like, halfway up his forearm, just ignites with a red flame. And he just kind of scans his hand over the, like, just hovering above, using the heat.
You hear the waitress go, oh. Like, she's not scared, like, she's impressed. And then
Someone's got a girlfriend.
the mess is all gone. It
Then he kind of
smells
just...
a little bit worse than pubs usually do, though.
Yeah. And then he kind of just shakes his hand a bit, kind of put out the flame and just says, try and open as many doors and windows as you can, you don't want the smell lingering.
Oh, thank you very much, kind stranger.
No problem. Anyway, I need to find the consequence for the person who caused this shit. I don't know. I'm tired.
Yes, I will need to go and get rid of this mop. You have a good night.
Will do.
Grimsby just kind of turns to you and goes, you guys do realise that I will be charging you a gold in the morning for the room.
Oh, it's fine. I'm sure others have money.
Yes. I think some from her in particular would be appropriate.
Oh, she definitely has money. In fact,
She's
probably
stacked.
Yeah, to be fair, I'll probably get some from her now. She's unconscious, so she wouldn't mind.
In more ways than one.
No. No.
Oh, what's that?
Okay. Ollie put into bed and cleaned up. Solas steals a gold piece from her purse.
Are you going to take more than one gold?
He'll
That's
take
a
just
good
the one.
question.
He's just the one.
Ask yourself, what would Ollie do?
That's very trustworthy of you.
Now that you mention it, Now you
Solas
mention it,
can't
this is-
polymorph to like get out of all the consequences of his actions.
Yeah. Question: how much gold does Ollie have?
You'll never know, sweetie.
I
Like,
mean,
I'm
he can count.
going through your purse, just like
Damn it.
honest, like looking at it. How much is in there?
More than 100 pieces.
Okay, he's gonna take 5.
It's almost 200.
Yeah.
But yeah, 5 less now.
Yeah. He's like, this is Ollie we're talking about, and then as he sees all this gold, he's like, okay, yeah, no, this is mine now.
You did just have to clear up her mess.
Yes.
Needed it a bit.
Okay.
Okay.
What does the party do next? Kind of stick around Ollie as she sleeps things off, or abandon her and go off on your own fun evening adventure?
Arazid sticking around just because if she wakes up and does some more Ollie shenanigans, he can be the voice of reason.
Fair enough. What about the rest of you guys? Those who are here right now.
At this point, we just have to wait for Ollie to wake up, I think.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So you guys kind
Sounds
of bed down for the evening. I get you.
All right. Ollie is tossing and turning in her sleep. She's been used to the weight of her fanny pack, kind of develops sort of the feeling for the weight of each individual coin so that she can keep an inventory just based on the mass on her hips. And so it's sort of a princess in the pea.
That would be a disadvantaged perception check, darling.
Oh, yeah.
You are unconscious.
Okay, but I'm just saying, it's like
Or
a
is-
princess in the pea. And when I
Right.
wake up, I'm like, what the
Okay.
fuck?
If it's the next morning and you're awake, it's just a normal perception check, I think.
I'm just saying, it wasn't the best sleep for me either, so maybe I have a point of exhaustion.
I mean, if you want to give yourself exhaustion. Right.
Yeah, we haven't
Yeah,
even messed around with exhaustion, have we?
I mean, 5 less gold, that's exhaustion right there.
Yeah. It's something to stir on.
Yeah, when I get very, very, very drunk and then immediately go to bed, I will admit it is the worst night's sleep I have. So maybe you're right, maybe exhaustion is necessary. Which I believe is a disadvantage on skill checks. And other things.
Exhaustion. Okay.
5
You
more
are-
of those, we're gonna need another Ollie.
Just ability checks.
Disability checks? Okay. Dis-on ability checks.
So yeah, give me like if you're waking up, you're putting your fanny pack back on and you're picking it up to assess whether or not anyone has taken advantage of your wealth in your sleep, then that would be a perception check.
With disadvantage?
Yeah. You suspect, but you would need to count to make sure.
Okay. Because I have the suspicion, I'm gonna, even though my head is hammering, I'm gonna start counting in groups of 5, 10, 15.
Can you
20,
do me a constitution check, please? And that is, since that's not technically a skill, I won't impose disadvantage on that.
I puke a little, but I swallow it back down.
You lose count a few times. You can't quite remember what goes after 99.
It gets so confusing after this point.
You, like the rest of you guys, have slept in various areas of this room as well, or otherwise rested. And it is now next morning. Ollie wakes up and is just immediately obsessing over her gold. What do the rest of you do in the morning?
So, as Solas kind of comes out of his vessel, he just looks at her, is like, is everything alright?
Something is not all right. I don't know what it is. I feel terrible, but I also feel like something's missing. 5, 10, 15, damn it! 5.
If you need help, I can help.
10. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna split the gold in half. All right, you count this half, but don't you remember the number?
Okay, so Solas will effortlessly count because his intelligence is higher. He's possibly the highest in the party.
Yeah, and you're not drunk at all.
Oh, we got big brain over here.
I'm
Wait.
looking so forward to
I
tomorrow.
challenge that. How intelligent are you?
18.
Never mind.
Okay, I'm gonna show what an easy time Solas is having counting. I'm gonna do these. So I'm gonna push them all over to him.
Okay. So yeah, he'll count to the exact number, and then
Plus 5.
How the hell
No.
does an Eldritch Blast slinging fire boy have an 18 in? That's amazing.
oh, you know that 17 we got for the rolls.
Yeah.
I put that intelligence because my subrace gives me a +1 to intelligence,
Oh, fair enough.
and it was the only like odd stat. So I thought, screw it.
Fair enough. That actually
I
makes a lot
started
of
out the game
sense.
more. Yeah, I started out the game more intelligent than I was charismatic.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I love that.
That actually checks out.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did the rest of you guys do with your morning? Solas and Ollie are being magpies.
Yeah, he'll count the exact number there is, not including the money you stole.
Or will he include it to throw
No, he
Ollie
won't.
off the scent?
No, he won't. He won't.
He'll be
He wants
honest.
to screw with that.
That means that I'm missing 5 gold pieces.
I mean, with what all you have, that's barely anything, isn't it?
No, it isn't. It
Well,
is
you did go up the
everything.
stairs backwards and hit your head a few times.
Yeah,
There
that's
might have been some money lost in that, and brain cells lost in that process.
Oh, they're on the stairs. Okay, Arazid, come help me look. And I'm gonna tear.
Why am I okay?
Stairs were
Looking in the
cleaned
stairs.
yesterday.
I like that you're questioning but always go along anyway.
Yeah, and as Ollie leaves the room, Solas would just chuckle a little.
Is it an evil laugh? Or a chaotic neutral laugh? Which is basically
Both.
an evil laugh.
Arazid, are you finding anything?
No, I'm not finding any gold. Are you sure that you just had less than you thought? You did buy stuff.
I know, but I keep a really good inventory of my gold. I have 2 mottos in my life. I don't waste food and I don't waste money. Unless it's on pretty dresses, as that turns out.
I can't believe you still had like nearly 200 after paying for the dress. Just realised.
I got so much. Like, I was getting so much out of that temple.
Yeah.
I was like every roll was like just killer. I can't believe everyone else is broke already.
I mean, I got a book, okay?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not broke, I'm just a little less than wealthy.
I don't
Solas
know,
has
you
the
guys-
real power. Knowledge.
Yeah.
Sometimes you guys rag on me for not being roguey enough for the roguey club, but I got all the fucking treasure. I got the Eye of the Earth. I got the orb. I got the flower stick, which, yeah, I gave away, but I still got it. I got the talking stones, and I got so much money.
You don't have the talking stones anymore.
I
Arazid
have the
has
talking
one,
stones.
and his sister has another.
I know, but they know that. Oh, wait, actually, yeah, no, I made a deal. Okay, yeah. That was not a good deal, as it turns out.
I thought it was a lovely deal.
I honestly thought that you'd be like calling that shit in on something a bit more
I didn't
impactful.
I didn't really want to call it in on that, but he kept going, I agree. And I'm like, well, that's really funny.
Your stumble was not wording the terms better.
Yes, exactly. But
You did
now
say
I'm-
the
now I'm
next. You
throwing
didn't
in
say at my
lifetime.
discretion. You said the next.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
As a
I
rogue,
thought it
you
was
should
going
know
to be a
better.
better plan. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, this isn't going to be
I
the
don't know.
last time that Arazid pays a debt to you, so don't worry about that.
yeah, Miss
I still
Moneybags.
need all that. I still need all that child support.
Oh my god.
All right. I want to get to today's
Sponsor.
worrying cliffhanger for next week, as Ollie has pointed out. I always seem to do.
Oh, and also, just want to mention, if Ollie ever checks Solas' coin purse, it will only have a copper and a silver in it, because he left the 4 gold in his vessel.
You motherfucker.
Like, kudos. Well played, sir.
You'll never find it. Yeah, it's on a table.
Fair enough. What are you guys planning on doing with your day? It is now, I think, the wedding is either in 5 or 6 days' time. I need to double check to be absolutely certain, but it's still a few days
How
off.
long does it take to get to the other place within N?
Naban. That would
How long does it take to get to the band and back?
Take about 3.5 days.
Both ways?
Yeah.
One way?
Yeah,
No.
each way would be about 3 or so days.
Yeah, so we could miss it.
I'd like to find my mom.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
So
we
we should
all?
probably...
No, not me.
We should probably... Well, I mean, Solas knows who his mother is, but... Either way, yeah. I think it'd be a good idea to kind of wander around, get information on Underbarrow and what's going on with him. Potentially find useful people and things. And yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a good idea.
General intel gathering.
Yes.
Kabor?
Yes.
Lore? Question mark?
What do you want to do in Naglamund?
That's a good question. Nothing in particular, honestly. I'm not really much of a shopper. So,
We could get you a hip new outfit.
I think the less attention I draw, the better.
We could get you. Oh, maybe. Oh, speaking
He's
of
a bard,
attention.
he could
Yeah.
get people's attention and see what people talk about.
Make some money. Yeah. Maybe you could have like a Bone Daddy band in like the Broken Mast.
If you want, yeah. If you all want to go dancing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go over to Sunny like spin me.
Okay, one moment.
And then I'm gonna vomit.
Oh, why couldn't that have been a 20? That would have been one hell of a vomit.
By the time that you are feeling like vomiting, Sunny has already dropped you, and you are kind of sailing throughout the air. Do you do this inside or outside?
Oh, out on the street.
Have we left the room yet?
Swirling vomit.
I assume like standard morning stuff, going downstairs, getting your complimentary breakfast. In my brain, basically all taverns are bed and breakfasts. And then have like gone out onto the street and kind of awkwardly gone, so what now, with one another, and then Ollie was like, spin me. And now she's sailing across the street, projectile vomiting onto it.
Woo! That's a good cliffhanger, right?
Oh, we clean this up.
Find out next time. Is there a particular place that anyone thinks would be a good place to start collecting intel?
The tavern we just came out of.
That sounds like a plan.
The hospital. Everybody tells nurses everything. And Kesu's got an in.
Yeah, but I don't think that Underbarrel would, like, try to solicit soldiers from people who are dying.
No, but
maybe
you
they're
could
like-
spend your days off setting up Victor and Freya.
Ooh! Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh my god. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Victor. I could go
Visit my adoptive grandson Victor and ask him how things are going in the army.
Fair enough. I'm just like, it's partly to see like how familiar, you know, how well I've dropped the lore about the city, and also partly just to know what I need to plan for next week.
I mean, like, I don't know. I guess we could, because we weren't getting. Oh, I mean, like, we could go see Kendall at the Hall of Records. She seems like pretty down to goss. She might be
Yes.
Okay.
interested. Maybe she would want to learn about Solas this time.
Are you a fire-wielding genie?
Maybe she'll want to learn about Ollie next time, although I think that'll take a few days to understand the chasms of her psyche.
Yeah, which Ollie, right?
Fair enough. So what are we voting? Hospital, inn, Hall of Records, elsewhere?
Hall of
I think-
Record.
yeah, somewhere.
Victor.
If all of us go to the Hall of Records, none of us will ever get away.
Yeah, so I think Solas would say somewhere up top would be a good place to start.
Okay.
So Hall of Records is probably best to start with.
I heard some talking over one another there, so I didn't hear
Yeah.
very clearly, but am I assuming everyone said a general yes to Hall of Records? Correct me if I'm
One
wrong.
with the other.
Indeed.
Well, yes.
Okay.
But then we really must check on Victor.
Okay, so we will pick up next session with you attempting to talk your way back up onto the top level. Always a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
Right, thanks for playing, guys.
Chair